Is allowing undocumented immigrant children to attend public school free of cost the right decision? The topic of whether or not undocumented children should be able to attend public school free of charge is a controversial topic, and there are many factors to consider. After researching my topic, I have found that there are many disadvantages of this. Not only does it negatively affect the school system, but it also has negative effects on Native students. When undocumented children are integrated into public schools, this can contribute to overcrowding classrooms, underfunded schools, and have a negative effect on Native students. The first point I would like to discuss is how it can contribute to overcrowding classrooms. After reviewing many research papers, I have found a common theme, which is overcrowding. In 2014, there were about 3.9 million students undocumented in kindergarten through 12th grade, according to the Pew Research Center. Smaller classes are ideal for learning environments, according to the school administrative article, Smaller Classes, Big Possibilities. Teachers of smaller classrooms can devote more time to individuals' attention, engage in more on-task instruction, and identify precisely those students with learning problems that can be remedied before a student falls too far behind. With the growing number of students, there's no way a class size can be smaller, which is a factor that will weaken a student's educational opportunity. The second point I would like to discuss is that schools are not properly funded to provide immigrant children free school. The schools are not provided with any funding in order to teach these immigrant children. Scott Kaiser, the superintendent of schools in Hasbro, Virginia, states, "The reality is this: the federal government gives us basically no money to support these children. So the funding is coming from the state budget and mostly from the local budget. The school does not receive funding for these students, so there's little money that the little money that the school's receiving is being stretched to provide an okay education when it could be used towards the students who are already enrolled. I believe that there should be a policy in order for these schools to receive funding, or that these immigrant students should pay a tuition to solve the problem of underfunding schools." I would now like to talk about the negative effects on Native students. Native students would be U.S. citizens who are enrolled in the schools. Teachers have a hard time teaching students with little to no exposure to education prior. This would in turn distract the teachers from helping other students. In some cases, immigrant students are not proficient in their own language and cannot speak or read English, which puts these students at a disadvantage. This can contribute to weakening the educational system and harming Native students. I hope you have a better understanding of the reasons why undocumented immigrant children should not be able to attend public school free of charge. I believe there should be a policy in place that will provide funding for these schools that are required to teach these students in order to provide a fair education for everyone, including the Native students.